I'm Haicheng Cao, and now is the power station training. And for the power stations, and we have few devices for the measurement. And this is a black box, and this one is the power source, and the software was installed in these computers. And this one is the CCD or the spectrometer we will use. The power station was inside this black box. We will open it. Yep, here you can see this is the power stations. And before we want to mount the samples, we need to turn on the lamp here. And then there are two different probers. The left one is connected with the positive electrode, and the right one is connected with the negative electrode. So we should put the sample on the right position and put the probe also in the right position. And then for this polarization, we also have a microscope here. And for this microscope, we can change the magnification here. Use these small robbers, and then we use this bigger rubber to make focus on the surface. And it's very simple. And then if your sample is a wafer, we also can use the pump to suck the samples. You can see here, we can turn it on, and then there is a small switch we will need to open. Okay, after we opened, we can hear the noise of the air flowing. And you can try this here. You can see the air was sucked in this hole. And in these probe stations, we also integrated with a camera. You can use this camera to take a photo or make a video here. And before we use it, we should need to turn it on. We just the power source, the power button is here. Just click it, and we can see the light become blue. It means the camera is open now. And after we mount the samples on the sample holder, we need to turn off the lamps, and then close the door of the black box. And now we will start to do the measurement. And this is the power source we will use. For this one, for this power source, in the control panel, there are two different parts of the One is the measurement, while another one is the source. Here, we will give the current to the devices. So now we can click the current, and then use the up and down or left or right button to type in the value you want. We also can use the range button to change the range of the current. Here, we will give 5 milliampere. After we give 5 milliampere, we also want to know the voltage when we give the current. So we need to click the voltage here, and then we will click here to turn it on. Now, when the current is 5 milliamperes, the voltage is 5 watts. This is the spectrometer of the devices. Okay, after we give the power to the devices, we can see the voltage is 5 watts here. And then, we will turn it off, and we will open the software in this computer to do the measurement. And the software we will use is named Biaoqi Spectra Shoot. And now when we click the fit height button here, we can see there are a lot of noise, and so we need to reduce or remove the background noise. And so we need to first click the Save as Dark, and then click the reduce dark. Okay, now we see the noise will be very small. And after do this, we turn on the device. Okay, and then click the fit height. Okay, now this is a spectrometer of the device will have measurement, and the peak wavelength is about 218 nanometer. Is a UV LED. After we get the date of these devices, we need to save the date, and so we first click here to record the date, and then we can see there is a black item here. And the red one is the current spectrum, and the black one is the spectrum we have saved. Okay, and when we increase the current, we can see here we will increase the current, use the power source. We increase the current from 5 milliampere to 10 milliampere. Okay, in the spectrometer, we can see the intensity of the spectrometer is increased. And then we will save it again, click the record date. Now we can see another one here, right? There are two datas. And when we want to save these data, we just put the mouse arrow here and right click, and here is the one exports all to a single CSV file. Click it, and then here we can give a name such as 3, and then click save. Okay. Okay, we already opened the access files here. We can see we have two different spectra, so we already save it. And for the date, one is the x-axis, another one is the y-axis. What we need to notice is that the proper station don't like the integrating spheres. The integrating spheres can collect all the light emitted from the devices, but the proper stations, it can only collect a few lights which emitted from the device. So what we measurement is a relative value, is not a absolute value. Okay, and this is the spectrometer measurement, and we also can use the camera to take a photo. We just open the HK Basic, these softwares, and open it, and then click here. This is the name of the camera device. Okay, we can see it is black because we didn't turn on the lamp. Back to the black box, we need to turn on the lamp here. And now in this computer we can see image, but it's not very clean, so we need to use the focus knob to make it focus on the surface. Okay, now we can see the image of the device is very clean. Okay, if you want to save the image, we just need to click the snap. Okay, now there is a snap here. There is a picked image here, so we need to save it, and then save it. Now we already save it, and this is the name we just have given. And this is the camera softwares. We also can use this button to take videos, and or change the resolution, or change the other options you want. And this is the camera. That's all.